You too, because it's early and it's actually still warm. It is November 19th, but it's still warm outside, and I have an outdoor hoop. I thought this was to be the perfect opportunity, man, to get a video in outdoors, because this might be one of the last warm days. So y'all check me out. So like I said, when I do content, I try to give genuine thought, you know what I'm saying, to the videos I make. And I'm going to preface by saying I am shooting outside. I am not inside, so my jump shot might be a little off. And the wind is blowing, so y'all give me a little grace. But we still gonna get it done. But like, I was thinking, man, like, what I'm gonna talk about? And I was listening to a podcast today with Byron Scott, well-respected coach in the NBA. He coached for the Nets. I think he coached the Hornets when they was in New Orleans, and then he coached for the Lakers. And he actually he played for the Lakers too. So well-respected guy. But he gave a take. They got to talking about the WNBA, and he was saying that I'm off with the J today out here. We're gonna get it together though. He was saying that Caitlin Clark should be the face of the WNBA. And when I was thinking about it, I'm like, that's so wrong. At the end of the day, when you think about being the face of a league, I will automatically assume when somebody says that you're the face of a league, it should automatically come with it that you're a winner and that you're the best player in the league. Like, I'm a fan of Caitlin Clark. I get why she's exciting to watch in college and in the pros. Like, she can shoot, she's elusive, she got a handle, she could pass the ball, she's exciting to watch. Do not get me wrong, and I understand and agree to some point why, she's such a big draw, and that she should definitely be one of the faces of the WNBA. But I'm gonna have to push back when he said she should be the face. Come on, I gotta put a little arc on that shot. I'm gonna push back because when you get labeled the face of something and you get labeled as like the spokesman, you would think winning an achievement should definitely be something that's a qualification. I can't say I'm the face of anything if I'm not the absolute best at it. Don't get me wrong, she one of the best. She is one of the best players, and I just tricked that layup. She is definitely one of the best players in the WNBA. And she has been able to definitely turn things around in Indiana for the Fever, for sure. But A'ja Wilson, champion, MVP, you know what I'm saying, 6'5", can legit play 2 through 5, and maybe even some 1 if you need her to. They would never need her to, but she got that ability. She got a handle. She can shoot 3, mid-range. She can get to the rack. She could post. And she has all the merit to be labeled as the best player in the face of the league. Because at the end of the day, what matters? Does playing flashy and getting the fans on their feet matter? Or winning games? Does that matter? getting achievements, does that matter? And I feel like at the end of the day, when in the beginning of the year, I was more so cool with that narrative of Caitlyn being pushed as the face. But the more I think about it, you know what I'm saying, the more I kind of feel bad for A'ja. And this conversation is gonna transition into something else in terms of what men gotta go through today. And when I say men, I mean good men. Men who are good fathers, good husbands, and are there for their kids every day. Who go to work for their kids every day and don't get no recognition for it. You know what I'm saying? They might not hear a good job every day at work. You know what I'm saying? They might not hear, thank you for looking out for us from their kids every day or their wife. But they still do it. So it's going to transition to that. But back to A'ja Wilson and not being, not being the face of the league. I feel like one of the problems with men's basketball, primarily the NBA, is flash and entitlement and all that stuff nowadays. I feel like has Trump winning, Trump playing the right way. Trump character. And that's why the league is kind of going how it's going. It's starting to fall by the wayside if you really pay attention. Like I love basketball, played basketball my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a huge basketball fan, huge Bucks fan because I'm from Milwaukee. But bro, it's even hard for me now to sit through some of these games and watch these games completely without being on my phone or without just doing something else. I have the game playing in the background and be keeping up that way. But it's a noticeable shift in the way basketball is trending, the NBA. So it's like the WNBA is on an upward trend. But what I would warn and try to point out to people of the WNBA is don't make the same mistakes that the NBA is making. And just men's basketball is just making, period, today. And that's not valuing winning and playing the right way. And A'ja Wilson is a winner. She played the right way, fundamentally sound, versatile, a threat from anywhere on the floor, can defend, is a presence on a championship team. That's who should be the face. Or the main face of the league. Everybody, like real basketball heads, will talk about how Tim Duncan never got his just due. My man got 5 championships, really should have 6 had it not been for Ray Allen. But got just as much acumen as any player, but never gets his just due. And I don't think that's right. And I think that's what's wrong with the game today. I understand that tickets got to be sold for sure. And Caitlin Clark should definitely be pushed. Like the fact that she wasn't on the Olympic team is crazy. Like that's crazy. So you definitely should push her. But don't push her at the expense of somebody who really is the best. Because at the end of the day, what are we talking about? So being the best don't matter no more. Winning doesn't matter no more. MVPs don't matter no more. All that should just be thrown by the wayside because somebody has a flashier game than me. Like, come on now. I feel like in order to be considered the face of something in terms of basketball, you have to win a championship. Like, I love Steph Curry, and I've actually come to love Steph Curry more and more over the years. I really liked him in college. But Steph Curry, when he got to the league, he was always good. Don't get me wrong, he was always good. But Steph never really became the Steph we know now until he won. Just shout out to Draymond Green. That's a whole nother pod. We'll get on that if you know the narrative. But you can say Steph is one of the faces of the league. One of the reasons you can say that is because Steph won. Steph got MVPs, gold medals. Steph has a resume. And I'm not saying Caitlin Clark will never get there. Good. But right now, you got to give A'ja her just due. You got to. A'ja Wilson is cold. Like, I'm not being misogynistic or nothing like that. I've played with a lot of girls who are nice, like nice. If I walk into the gym right now with A'ja Wilson, I'll say this. Majority of the girls I come across, I think I could just beat in a game of one-on-one. This ain't me just knocking women, but just I think my skill set, I have enough of a skill set, I have size, and I'm just strong enough to have my way with a lot of women in terms of basketball. No lie, if I walk into a gym right now with A'ja Wilson and we play ones, let's say we play the best of three, I'm telling you right now, in my mind, I'm not the favorite to win. I might could muscle out a game just because I'm strong. I think I'm probably stronger than her. But in terms of her skill set and what she can do, I will proudly say, like, yeah, I might not come out the winner to that one. And not feel embarrassed or nothing like that, because she cold. Like, she is cold. And I feel like she gotta get her just due to keep the game of basketball pure. Yes, flash, all of that definitely helps the game. When MJ came into the league, MJ scored a lot of points. MJ was fun to watch, but the league was still about Bird and Magic. You know why? Because them dudes won. If we gonna play that game, and mind you, I'm prefacing this comment by saying I love my wife, and she know what it is. This conversation is just content for the pod, so I'm prefacing my comments when I say this. But if we gonna make the women's game about other stuff than basketball merit, why not push looks? Why not push looks? That's one thing that they definitely have over the men. Like, I'm gonna watch basketball. I'm gonna watch the game of basketball for something other than the actual game. I'm gonna watch it because the players look good in terms of the women. And I'm gonna say this too. A'ja Wilson is a dog. She rebounds, she play defense. I'm telling you, if she get her offensive game up to par, I think she'll be in that same conversation with Caitlin Clark. But if we're gonna push something other than basketball merit and we pushing looks, Angel Reese at the top of the list. Like, she cold. She definitely could play, and she's cold when it comes to basketball, but she's a beautiful woman. Like, straight up. And if we're gonna push anything and we pushing looks, she should be pushed the most. And that sounds crazy, right? And if you think about it, it's the same with Caitlin Clark. I know she's flashy. I know she can do all these things that can make you get out your seat. But at the end of the day, good. Jumper's starting to warm up. It should be about winning. And in right now, in this very moment, Caitlin Clark is not a better player than A'ja Wilson. And A'ja Wilson needs to get her just due. It's cool to say Caitlin Clark is the face. That's cool. Or she's an attraction. That's cool. But please don't forget to say, but yes, A'ja Wilson is our best player. She a champion, past MVP. We're gonna give her love. And that's what I want to see. That's why I want to see the WNBA different. Push all them girls. Like Caitlin Clark, cold, but she ain't the only one. Even Arike from here, cold. I feel like she don't get her just due. Arike, she another girl. If I walk into the gym and said, let's play ones, I might not come on top. At least with Arike, I'm hitting her. I'm hitting her with this all day. And I'm calling on my fouls if she reach and grab my arm. Foul. But she another one who cold, who I don't feel like get her just due. And what's crazy with Enrique, she do all the same things that Caitlyn do at a higher clip. If you pulled up their numbers, Enrique got better numbers. So like, what we talking about? I feel like they marketing team definitely is doing right by, putting Caitlyn out there with some of them other girls out there. I'm not trying to make it a race thing because it's not. But it's more than just her. She cold. She's fun to watch. I've been watching her since Iowa. She's fun to watch. But she ain't the only one out there. And I feel like there are women like A'ja Wilson and Breanna Stewart with way more qualified resumes to be called the face. She's a piece of it, but she shouldn't be the only piece. Come on now. Come on now. Straight up. Like, I can understand, and I've never seen any videos where like A'ja Wilson came out and said this some bullshit. Like, I ain't never seen that. And she probably wouldn't do that because I think she cool, she professional, and she ain't gonna want to tear somebody down. But if I had to guess, she probably do be thinking like, damn, like y'all just forgot about me. So shout out to A'ja Wilson. And I'm gonna just say WNBA, don't make the same mistakes the NBA is making. Definitely push somebody who brings eyes to the game. But at the same time, don't forget about merit. Don't forget about somebody who's been doing it the right way and is qualified and got a resume, A'ja Wilson. And shout out to her. She an AKA. And like I said, even with Kamala, I got a soft spot for AKAs because my mama was one, my grandma was one, and plenty aunts are, and plenty of my godmoms are. So I got love for AKAs. I never pledge, but I got love for AKAs. It's been in my family forever. So shout out to A'ja Wilson. I'm here to give you your flowers. You dope. I would say you start working on this and that with your game, but your game complete. Like straight up. I would just say just keep tightening it up everything. And keep doing your thing because you cold. And I've been watching. That's another thing I'm like kind of like looking sour face at is all the people who just now tuning into the WNBA. I've been watching the WNBA way before Caitlin Clark, you know what I'm saying, came to the league. Candace Parker, Lisa Leslie, Teresa Witherspoon, Simone Augustus, cold. Like, it's so many women who had game. Cheryl Swoop, Swin Cash, you know what I'm saying, Sue Bird, who just nice and will never really get they just do, and that's unfortunate. But hopefully, the WNBA can do all of those women right. Now, in terms of transitioning to the conversation of just speaking about men and fathers, I feel like the same thing applies to men in terms of being a father, being a husband. Like yesterday, I had a huge day. 16 stops, 841 cases. I worked 12 and a half hours. When I got back to the yard and was turning in my stuff, didn't nobody say good job. They ain't say nothing. They said, hey, did you have any credits? Did you have any keys for today? Gave back my keys, gave back my scanner. That was it. It was no thank you. It was no keep working hard. It's on to the next. Come back, do it again. And if I can give y'all just a little like info on how big of a day that is, I wear a watch that tracks my steps and tells me how far I've walked today. My watch yesterday, and I swear on my kids, I am not lying. My watch said that I walked 20 miles yesterday in terms of just how much I moved around, 20 miles. So with all my total deliveries, I walked the equivalent of 20 miles. That is crazy. I had a lot of stops with stairs yesterday and a lot of heavy stuff. And it was just life for me. Nobody said thank you. But the one thing I will say is when I got home, my wife was right there with my kids to greet me. Dinner was cooked. She asked me how my day was doing. My oldest daughter gave me a good hug. And that made it all worth it at the end of the day, because that's who I'm doing it for. But I just feel like as a man, anytime you need attention 24/7 about the work you're doing, I would tell that man to grow up. Because at the end of the day, that's not what it's about. It's not what it's about, and that's not what you do it for. You do it for them babies in that house you made, and you do it for that wife you gave those vows to. And every day, I don't need people to acknowledge what I'm doing. It's cool to hear, but even if I don't get acknowledgement for what I do, I'ma still do it because I know it got to be done, and that's what I signed up for. I'm a grown man who got responsibilities. I don't need a pat on my back for everything I do. Like, that was a hard day, like, straight up. But it is what it is. It's what I signed up for when I, came on to be a truck driver and a delivery driver. That's what come with it. And I don't need to be pacified every time I do something right. And I feel like a lot of men today don't know how to live that life. That everybody just want attention, want a shout out. Want to be in the spotlight. And it be the real ones who put their head down and every day do what they got to do, despite who sees. The real ones actually don't even want attention. They shy away from it. I know that's how my dad was. Me and him ain't in the best place right now, but my dad didn't need to be acknowledged every time he went to work, or every time he bought groceries for us, or every time he put clothes on our back. That's what he's supposed to do. That's what he signed up for. When he got with my mama, got married and had us, that's what he signed up for. He don't need a Facebook status made about him every day. Wasn't even on social media back in the day. So that's what I've come to realize. And I feel like I wish more men, especially men in my community, the black community, will have that mindset. Hey man, I ain't here for the recognition, man. I'm here to just take care of business and get stuff done. Somebody see me, cool, but I'm gonna do the same job no matter who looking. And I feel like once we get to that point as a society, we're gonna be straight, man. We're gonna be straight. One thing I do like with this job, on a side note, I never have to worry about lifting or going to the gym, running on the treadmill, because my job get me right. Come on now. Still play the game because I just love basketball. So I can't ever see a time when I just put the ball down, especially while I'm still young. Like, I'm 33. I ain't in my 20s no more, in my teens, but I'm still young and in shape. So I never put the ball down. But it's cool to have a job that keep you right and keep you on point. And that's another thing. It's a challenge to me and brings the best out of me every day. I can say that about my job. My job pushes me to be my best self every day. Like, I can't go home until my truck is empty or my trailer is empty. That do something to your mental. That means you gotta have a get the job done spirit every day. I can't just work 8 hours and be like, I don't feel like doing the rest of this. I work my 8 hours, I'm going home. I'm gonna be fired if I do like that. I'll be like that. So I gotta go above and beyond every day. That's what I signed up for. But sun's starting to set. I want to cook something for the family tonight, so I'm gonna head in. But it's been real. Shout out to Asia Wilson. Shout out to Caitlin Clark. Asia Wilson, keep your head up and keep doing what you're doing. I'm a big fan. I love your game. I love the versatility. And you just seem like a fun person. So keep being you. If you ever, for some reason, get to see this, shout out to you. Shout out to Caitlin Clark and the rest of them women in the WNBA doing their thing. And man, I mean this when I say this. Shout out to all the fathers and husbands who doing their thing every day and nobody see it. Y'all doing right by these kids, doing right by your wives, and are contributing to society. Bro, that's what's gonna help our world be better every day. Fathers being present, fathers taking care of responsibility. And I can tell y'all, I'm gonna keep doing it on my part. So salute to y'all. And I can't even lie to y'all, man. Back in the day, I used to have a little bounce and could dunk damn near all vert. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like I can get one in. I'm gonna try. I still got my work boots on. So I don't know. We're gonna see though. Oh, no, that's the best I can do right now. Maybe if I stretched and they had no work boots on, I could probably put one down. But hey, man, who's counting? It's Cut Talk.
As long as we're alive, we got a chance.